know what you're missing. HTS presents exclusive coverage of the Colonial Athletic Association, featuring Lefty Drizel's James Madison Dukes and Dick Tarrant's Richland Spiders. Get pumped for college hoops on HTS as we bring you more than 130 games showcasing some of the nation's best, including Oklahoma, UCLA, and other teams from the Pac-10, Big 8, Metro, Atlantic 10, and Sun Belt conferences. If you're not watching college basketball on HTS, you don't know what you're missing.
What is refreshing?
Not long ago, one of the first Lumina sedans was bought by a family of 5. They said they liked the gas mileage, all the room it had, and they liked the price. Since then, the Lumina sedan has quickly become the best-selling new car name in America. Apparently, a lot of people are winning with
the heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevrolet.
Now it's easy to win with the heartbeat.
Presents the High School Sports Report with George Johnson. Tune in Fridays at 4 o'clock to see sports and news from your school, your team, your heroes. If you're not watching or starring in the High School Sports Report, you don't know what you're missing.
The Capitals continued their physical pace in that second period and finally wore down the Philadelphia Flyers and goaltender Ron Hextall, breaking loose for 3 goals in the period, and now enjoy a 4-0 lead over Philadelphia after 40 minutes of action here at the Capitol Center. Welcome back to Capitals Hockey on Home Team Sports. I'm Al Koch, and in case you missed any of the scoring, let's run it all down for you with our Hardee's game scoring summary. Michael Pavanka with the lone goal of the first period. Hatcher and Johansson on the assist. That was a power play tally at 15:39. Then Kevin Hatcher off a beautiful setup from Kelly Miller. Hatcher getting that bouncing puck, corralling it, and banging home the goal. Miller and Cicerelli picking up the assist. Then, late in the period, Al Iafrate, who was robbed by a brilliant Hextall save moments before that, comes up with his 6th of the year. Nick Kiprios picking up the tally. That came at the assist, rather. That came at 17:36 and at 17:51. On the breakaway, Dmitry Kristich with his 6th of the year. Another assist for Calle Johansson. Another assist for Kevin Hatcher. That's where we stand right now with the Caps enjoying the 4-0 lead. Today's game summary has been brought to you by Hardee's. Hardee's, where there's all kinds of good stuff. Now, this is the last home game for quite a while for the Washington Capitals. They are on the road, and we've got the schedule for you, brought to you by Chevrolet. It's the road trip that commences as the Capitals leave town here after a few practices. They will fly out on Thursday, go to Calgary for the game on the 15th, and immediately follow that to Vancouver on Saturday night the 16th. Then on President's Day, an afternoon contest with the Los Angeles Kings wraps up that 3-game road trip. That's on the road with the Washington Capitals, brought to you by Chevrolet. Well, part of the fun that the crowd is having out here, besides the fact that the Capitals are enjoying their 4-0 lead, is the fact that SeaWorld is having a live remote feed from down in Florida. And the crowd has been treated to some of the tricks by Shamu. We thought you'd like to see some of Shamu's tricks. Take it away. the SeaWorld promotion, part of what the crowd has seen this afternoon here at the Capitol Center. And they're seeing a lot more from the Capitals as the Caps make their move to try and take over fourth place in the Patriot Division. 20 more minutes of action left. We'll get to it after this.
Genuine draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. All my dreams never know fast.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sport Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
CNN is now on radio. CNN is now on the radio at 7:30 on your AM dial. For an instant update anytime on the Middle East crisis, tune your AM radio to 7:30 for CNN Headline News. CNN is now on radio. 7:30 on your AM dial. Washington's only radio station for CNN Headline News. All news, all the time. Radio 730.
Don't forget to change the oil.
Don't forget to change the oil.
Do it now. Don't forget to change the oil. Don't forget to change the oil.
Change the oil.
Do it now.
Don't forget to change the oil.
Honey,
Yeah?
we should change the oil.
Don't miss the Jeep and Eagle Home Team Sports Week in Review, Friday nights at 7 on HTS.
Second period goals from the Washington Capitals, and they lead the Philadelphia Flyers here 4-0 on this Sunday afternoon matinee at the Capitol Center. Welcome back, Jeff Rimmer, along with Craig Laughlin. And Craig, your impressions of that second period in this hockey game so far?
Well, I think the addition of John Kordic, Alan May's playing a lot tougher, Nick Kiprios, everybody's playing that much taller, and I think it really carried over into that second period. I thought the Capitals dominated, and I think having guys like that around really sets the pace for the period, and they had a tremendous period.
Capitals set the tone early in that second period. We got to look at the shot chart, and they just kept growing. 3 goals and 16 shots.
They had 16 shots, and they really peppered the puck at Hextall. Kevin Hatcher with 3 shots right in the slot, and he picks up the goal right off the bat. Kelly Miller coming down 2-on-1. Samuelson backing in. Craven trying to catch a flying Kevin Hatcher, but a nice pass by Kelly Miller. He waits a second, puts it on his forehand. Samuelson has the backhand cut off, and a nice deke by Hatcher, and he flips it up, hits the shoulder pad of Ron Hextall, and Kevin Hatcher picks up his 17th goal of the season. And the defensemen were involved that period. They were very active. Al Iafredi at center. Nice rink-wide pass to a flying Nick Kiprios. Catches the puck, and he keeps going with it. But notice Al Iafredi then jumping up into the play. The defenseman for the Caps really doing a good job at that tonight. Nick Kiprios gets the blue line. They're getting the blue line, not having much problems. And a solid check by Sutter, but then Al Iafredi for the Caps, following the play up, following his pass, gets a hard low shot between the pads of Hextall in the 5-hole. Al Iafredi, a big goal for the Caps, putting them up 3-0. And all the players really stepping up their play. Another defenseman involved in the play, Kalle Johansson. And Dmitry Kristich, when he sees Kalle Johansson get the puck, he goes for it. Up the middle, a great saucer pass right onto the stick of Kristich, being back-checked by Murphy and Keith Acton, and he comes in and makes no doubt about it. He puts it right into the top shelf.
And from the Capitol shot chart to the Head & Shoulders shot chart for the Philadelphia Flyers, they had a total of 11 shots on goal, still looking for number one.
And Murray Craven had a lot of excellent chances in tight on Beaupre, but Beaupre really standing his ground, thwarting away those rebounds and covering up when in doubt, forcing face-offs.
Today's shot charts are brought to you by Head & Shoulders, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
The speed records could shatter when the thoroughbreds heat up the strip in Laurel's Winter Sprint Fest, our season's highlight on Saturday, February 16th. D. Wayne Lucas will command the attention with the stakes-winning Prophet Key and Feel the Beat. Local favorite Heroes Hurrah and New York Invader Amy Be Good will take on California girls Stormy but Ballad. Win up to $25,000 in Laurel's Jack Cross Jackpot, and on President's Day you could win these Bushnell binoculars, a $55 retail value. Join us for our salute to Laurel's Winter Sprint Fest beginning Saturday.
This is Hardee's quarter-pound cheeseburger. Its dimensions about 64.65 millimeters bun to bun. The patty 12, let's say 12.65 millimeters of 100% thick, juicy beef. And through February 16th is just 99 cents. Now, we believe there isn't a cheeseburger this thick, this high, for this low in the business. So recently, we offered all the other fast food restaurant chains half the screen to compare their cheeseburgers to ours, but no film or ride. Obviously, they're afraid of heights. Hardee's quarter-pound cheeseburger. It's very high, it's at a very low price, only Hardee's.
And this is our 1991 Chevy S10EL. Let me point out a few features. Electronic fuel injection, power front disc brakes, rear wheel anti-lock brake system, double wall steel, front and rear. 5-speed, full gauges, tinted glass. What do you think?
So, what will I get for this price?
Let me show you.
The 91 Chevy S10EL. For value, more people are winning with today's Chevy truck.
Got a painful cold? Gotta get relief? Get Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. It relieves painful cold symptoms some others miss with a decongestant, antihistamine, and a pain reliever you can't find in any other leading cold medicine.
The pain's gone. Ah, I can breathe.
Everything feels better, better, better.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Relief for your painful cold. And now for sinus and allergy relief, try new Alka-Seltzer Plus sinus allergy medicine.
Home Team Sports coverage of Washington Capitals hockey is brought to you by Labatt's Blue, the crisp, clean taste of Canada's favorite beer between friends. It's True Blue, Labatt's Blue. By your Washington area Toyota dealers. Toyota value, the best deal going. And by Head & Shoulders, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Teams are back on the ice. Let's rejoin Al Coca. All right, Jeff, thanks. A couple things. Ron Hextall is not back in goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. Former Capital Pete Peters will play this third period, at least to start. Another thing, we've talked about Dmitry Kristich today, what a great job he's done so far. Well, he's really added a lot more than just his play on the ice. Dino Cicerelli lately has been using Dmitry Kristich's sticks. He just files the Kristich name off, shapes him up the way he likes him, and it's worked. He's got 4 goals in the last 2 games, nothing today, but Kristich has got 1 with his stick. So Dmitry Kristich adding quite a lot to this Washington Capitals team, both on and off the ice. Back up to Jeff and Craig.
Well, the former Capital who's in the news and rumored to be heading elsewhere, Pete Peters now manning the nets for the Philadelphia Flyers.
And Pete Peters had a real good string for the Flyers, and then when Ron Hextall came off the injury reserve list, they immediately put Hex onto that. But Pete Peters has been playing very well this year, and he attributes his great play to the type of pads he's wearing. He's wearing a very light pad that's just been put out. They're called Aeroflex, and he's using the gloves, the catcher, and the goaltending pads.
Play underway. Puck shot into Washington zone. This is Lawler. Leading it ahead to Ridley. Mike Ridley for Cicerelli at center. Backhanded into the Flyers zone. Peters out of the net. Stops it. Works it along the board. Right to Cicerelli, the captain. Cicerelli getting around active. Cicerelli turns away. Gets it to Miller. Miller with one hand fending off the opposition. Sabrin drives it behind the net. Ridley to Cicerelli. To Miller with a shot. Scored! Kelly Miller!
Tough shot for Pete Peters to stop. A great pass out of the corner. A one-timer. Kelly Miller puts everything behind it. Gets a lot of lumber on that shot. A great pass out of the corner from Dino Cicerelli right onto his stick, and he just drives it. Ridley to Cicerelli, and what a shot. It goes off the defenseman's stick and gets redirected past coming out. Pete Peters coming out to cut off the angle.
Caps scored 27 seconds into the second period. 31 here in the third, and now leads 5-0. Cicerelli and Ridley will draw Cisco out. At 31 seconds, on the goal by Miller is 15th. Caps lead 5-0. In the Washington zone. Iafrate around the net, throws it on the wing for Kordic at center. Kordic backhands to Kyprios across the line. Back to Kordic. Kordic. His shot was deflected away, and back come the Flyers. This is Jensen all alone. Lets one go high and wide of Beaupre. It's all the way here on the wing. Murray. Buck. Ostick tied up. Play whistle down. 18:44 left. The Caps with a comfortable 5-goal lead.
That's a tough way to start for Pete Peters in the net for the Flyers. A deflection off Keith Atkins' stick, but Kelly Miller playing very well. Picks up his 15th goal. And just to clarify that penalty to Michael Tatarnoff, a referee can impose a gross misconduct penalty on any player, manager, coach, or trainer who is guilty of gross misconduct of any kind. Going along with the gross misconduct, the player gets a $100 fine, and then it goes to the league, and they will decide in front of the president. They'll watch a tape, decide what sort of further action will be taken.
Well, words filtered up here that it might have been a retaliatory gesture by Tatarnov that cost him the gross misconduct. We'll see. Here's Kristich across the line, lets one go. Blocked by Fendus to the corner. Fendus loses it. Now Kristich trying to get away from Fendus. Gets it to Hunter. Thrown out in front. Sutter there. Who skated away. Sutter dumps to neutralize. Hatcher steps up. Fires it right back in. Peters out of the net. Leaves it there for Fendus. Here's Fendus. On the backhand. Looks on the right wing for Lacombe. Too far. Johansson leaves it ahead for Alan May. Cut off. Kristich works it back to Johansson in the Washington zone. Around the net for Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher to Hunter at center. He puts it on the stick of John Druce. Druce lets one go. Peters the save and holds on to the rebound. Off his locker pad into his glove, and he holds on with Druce waiting the rebound.
Pete Peters, pretty respectable, 8-5-4 on the season. 2.76 goals against average, which is 5th in the NHL, so he's playing extremely well for the Flyers when he got the opportunity. And there's been a lot of trade rumors circulating around the NHL that the Flyers are trying to get another player for one of their 3 goaltenders.
Now, one that won't go, I don't think, is Ron Hextall. Perhaps the other two, one of the two, but will not be Hextall. Samuelson works it ahead here for Craven. Craven on the backhand to Ricci at center. Across the line, 2-on-1. Here's Ricci trying to thread the needle. Scores! There goes Beaupre's shutout as the Flyers get on the scoreboard. Beaupre thinking pass all the way.
And Mike Ricci picks up his 16th goal of the season. Al Iafrate, Ken Savarin trying to get back into play. And Ricci looking to make that pass. He's looking to make a pass to the streaking Scott Mellenby, but it goes off right off the toe of Savarin into the net. So Ricci looking to make the pass. Savarin making the right play, but it hits the toe of his skates and gets redirected past Don Beaupre.
Flyers are on the board. 17:33 left. 5-1. Washington ahead. Here's Mellenby looking for Waddle, stepping up as Savarin feeds to John Druce, who couldn't control the pass. Ricci the goal. Waddle at center, crosses the line, drops it for Craven. Craven cross ice for Murphy. He couldn't take the pass. Mellenby with a one-timer through traffic. Beaupre holds on. Craven and Samuelson draw assists at 2:22. Ricci with the goal.
And a similar goal the other night, Jeff, when Mike Lawler came across it hit his stick, and and was redirected into the net. So the defense for the Capitals doing the right play, but it just happens to hit the toe of Ken Severin's skate and gets redirected past Beaupre.
Ron Hextall, the end of the Flyer bench. You find fault with the 4 goals he gave up before giving way to Peters?
I thought he was really tested, and I think he made some pieces, but he didn't come up with that big save. When the Flyers needed it, when the pressure was on, he didn't make that big save to get them going and end on track.
Hextall played very well against the Caps in the last meeting. Flyers' only victory in the season series. The only loss that Coach Terry Murray has suffered since assuming the coaching reins against Philadelphia. Calle Johansson tries to clear the zone and does. Knocked down the backhand. Off his stick to Samuelson. Ahead here for Jensen on the wing. To Acton. Acton tied up by Ridley. Kevin Hatcher works it free. And down the ice into the Flyers zone. Samuelson. Stops. Now throws it ahead here for Acton. Intercepted by Mike Ridley. Ridley with Miller and Ciccarelli across the line. Looking for Ciccarelli. Finds him. Ciccarelli tied up by Samuelson, who now has the puck. Samuelson off the boards, off Ridley. Ciccarelli loses to Acton in the neutral ice. Now this is Johansson stepping up. Feeds to Ridley to Ciccarelli across the line. Ridley tied up on the play. Kartner now takes a hit from Ciccarelli, but he works it to Kiprio. Looking for Ridley. Samuelson tying him up. Ridley now trying to work that puck free. Here's Pat Murray for Kartner. Trying to get around Kordic. Showing Kordic some respect there as he just kind of pulled up. Now it's Kiprios looking for Tippett on the wing. Holmes field. Crosses the line. Derek Smith just makes it. Here's the drive high and wide. Comes all the way to center ice for Tippett with Kordic. Kiprios is tied up. Tippett is turned around. Puck work to the corner. Kiprios takes a hit from Fentis. Play whistle down.
John Kordic.
Work behind Peters to work that net back onto the moorings.
Dave Fenvis, the veteran defenseman for the Philadelphia Flyers, spent a lot of time in the minors. He's finally made it as a regular with the Flyers. He's a stay-at-home type of guy. Doesn't look fancy, doesn't do a lot of things. You don't notice him out there, but he clears the puck out. He makes that safe play by firing the puck off the glass.
Sutter and Tippett will do the honors just outside the Flyer blue line. 15:31 left to go here in the third period. Backhanded by Kiprios in. Barron skates it back up. Murray Barron dumps it behind the Washington net. Beaupre there to cut it off. Then steers to the corner. Kiprios tied up by Sutter. And play call. Last of a 4-game homestand for Washington Capitals. 1-2 and lost 1, leading 5-1 here.
And Coach Paul Holmgren for the Flyers wondering what it's going to take to beat the Capitals. He's beat them once in Philadelphia 6-1, where the Capitals played a very good game. They just couldn't get the puck past Hextall. Today, the Capitals really taking it to them, and I firmly believe it's the addition of some tough guys on this team makes everybody play and skate and get involved much more.
Hunter with Dmitry Kristich and Alan May up front. They'll be working against the Ricci line. Craven and Mellenby flank Ricci on the line. Here's the drive by Murphy, high and wide, knocked down by Craven behind the net. Takes a hit from Hunter. Puck worked back to Murphy at the point. Through traffic wide. Here on the near side, Alan May slaps it off the boards to Calle Johansson. For Kristich. Kristich trying to go around Murphy and does with one hand, looking short side. Oh, what a hit on Murphy. Behind the net. And Murphy is down.
Dale Hunter came flying in, caught him off balance. Ricci quickly jumps on Hunter, and Paul Holmgren yelling at Terry Murray at the bench. Now snapping the stick over the glass, talking to Stan Wong, Terry Murray, talking to some of the players for the Caps. He's really upset. He's going right down to the end of the bench. Hextall up, all the Flyers out. Holmgren up on the bench, trying to yell at the linesman and the referee and at Dale Hunter.
Well, Holmgren trying to get his hockey club into the game here, trailing 5-1, and Murphy is still down.
And Alan May and Murray Craven now pushing with each other.
Team captain Kelly Miller comes off the bench. And he'll join the conversation with referee Don Koharski as we got to look at Holmgren, who's not giving up that hockey stick.
Looks like he's ready to come out and play, Jeff.
Holmgren's in pretty good shape. He probably could. Murphy. Alan May having some work.
Melanie quickly jumps in. Paul Holmgren having some words with Alan May as he passed the bench, and Alan May now getting a hold of Mellenby. Mellenby underneath Alan May, both being wrestled down by the linesman.
Well, I've got a feeling this one from over.
The thing about this, they've got Alan May, but then they've got another tough hombre on the bench waiting to come out in John Cordick.
Capitals dressing room. Holmgren has dropped the stick, still pacing behind the Flyers bench. He's trying to get his club going here, Fred.
Murphy a little bit dazed, getting up and going to the bench, and Kristich trying to go around Murray, gets a shot on Pete Peters. Then Murray looking at his feet, not watching Dale Hunter coming in, and Dale Hunter gets his elbow up and catches him right in his face. Then Mike Ricci jumps on top of Dale Hunter, but Murphy with his head down trying to find that puck in his skates, and at the last minute you just see his eyes coming up, but then Dale Hunter's right on him to give him the elbow.
Look at Ron Hextall at the end of the Flyer bench being taunted by the fans. And we still have 14:50 left to go. Some of the event staff now making their way down. The young lady there actually having a few words there for Hextall. I don't think she wants to challenge the Flyer goaltender. Well, we said this one would have.
Now Holmgren's talking to Alan May as he's going, calling him a few names, yelling at him, saying, "Let's go." He wants to talk to him. Then all of a sudden his player comes in. Mellenby comes quickly over towards the bench and grabs Alan May. They both push and shove. Nobody really landing many punches in that bout. But now Mellenby escorted to the Flyer dressing room.
Once again.
I don't think he's wishing him happy Valentine's Day, Jeff. He's very upset.
Well, Mellenby taking the cue there, Craig, from his coach.
He sure is. He stepped right in for Coach Holmgren and grabbed Alan May. But Alan May going right along that bench, I'm sure having a few words with the Flyers.
Now, I might add that Holmgren and Terry Murray had words. They're former teammates and very good friends. But as I was about to say, this game, the playoff-type ramifications, the playoff-type atmosphere, Terry Murray remaining cool behind the Caps bench. Paul Holmgren still pacing.
Well, in this type of game, Jeff, emotions run very high, and both coaches trying to get their squads involved.
Dale Hunter, it's on the board now, getting a 5-minute major. So the Flyers will have the power play for 5 minutes.
Well, things are still getting sorted out, but Murphy working behind the net with Kristich. This is what starts the play, and Dale Hunter coming in full speed, catches Murphy with an elbow. Dale Hunter off with a 5-minute major penalty, but then Ricci jumps in as the third man and jumps on Dale Hunter.
Scott Mellenby gets 2 minutes for instigating, 5 minutes for fighting, and 10-minute misconduct.
Washington. Number 32, Dale Hunter, gets a 5-minute major for charging. Number 16, Alan May, 5 minutes for fighting and a 10-minute misconduct. Time of the penalty is 5:10.
5:10, the time of the penalty. So although Hunter gets the 5-minute major, the extra minor to Mellenby for instigating. So in essence, the 5-minute power play reduced to a 3-minute advantage for the Flyers. Hunter 5 for charging, May 5 and 10, Mellenby 2 for instigating, 5 for fighting, and a 10-minute misconduct.
And Dale Hunter getting the charging penalty because he took more than 3 steps coming in to hit Murphy. And Murphy, with his head down, took a good shot, and he's still a little bit rattled on that Flyer bench.
So, order has been restored. Con Koharski whistling the teams back into the Flyer zone. And we should get this game back underway.
Gord Murphy just trying to feel a little bit better after taking that punishing body check. He's got a little cut above his right eye, maybe from the shoulder pad or the elbow pad catching him when Dale Hunter caught him with his head down behind the net.
14:50 left to go. Caps with the lead. Right now, he's playing 4 skaters on 4. Iafrate loses the puck there to Jensen. Side check to check. Sabrin, cross check by Acton. Not once, but twice. Iafrate throwing him down. Sabrin wants at Acton. Or Acton at Sabrin, and Keith Acton, certainly the aggressor there. Let's see what the calls are.
Don Koharski having a long night here, long afternoon at the Capitol Center. Keith Acton going off along with Al Iafrate. Acton trying to forecheck against Mike Pavanka, cross-check Sabrin from behind a couple of times, then pushes him into the board. Then Alan Iafrate comes in, his defensive partner, and throws Keith Acton down onto the ice.
2 minutes high sticking, 2 minutes roughing. Washington, number 34, Al Iafrate, 2 minutes roughing. Time of the calls, 5:23.
So a double minor to Acton and just a roughing minor to Iafrate. All coming at 5:23. Who's that for? Craig Laughlin? Minor penalty being served by Kushner.
Well, Jeff, you told me at the start of the game you've got 4 spaces left in your little book here for penalties.
Thought it'd be close, judging by what happened at that 2-minute mark of the first period, and they weren't too far wrong. Our AD, Larry Getlin's going to count up all the penalties and give us a total minute count here in this hockey game. Quick mathematician that he is.
The Caps, 4-on-3 power play. You want to carry the puck into the zone on this situation. You don't want to dump it in. You want to attack the 2 defensemen. They're going to set up a triangle to defend against the Capitals' diamond.
76 minutes of penalties called in the first period alone. And Getlin counting from there. Here's Johansson for Hatcher. Hatcher gets away from Kartner on the backhand. Kapsky in the offensive zone. Cicerelli rubbed out by Samuelson on the boards. Johansson with the puck now, trying to get around Kartner. Kartner intercepts. Capture on the power play. Kartner. Backpedals inside his own zone. Clears it across ice. Into the Washington zone. Hatcher for Johansson. Ridley and Cicerelli up front. Pass goes to Cicerelli with Ridley. They cross the line. Here's Cicerelli. The Johansson one-timer. Right back to Kevin Hatchett. 4 on 3. Skater line. Ridley. But the pass turned around by Samuelson. Or rather, Cartman. The play goes right on. Now it's Cartman. Or Ricci on the backhand. Driven in. Both teams change on the go. Johansson around the net. Leads ahead for Pavak at the line. Pavak with a burst of speed to center. Crosses the line. Leads for Cicerelli. Cicerelli getting it to Pavak. Pavak at the side of the net to Cicerelli. Cicerelli working the circle. Top of the circle finds Johansson. Johansson now gets it to Sabra. Back to Johansson. Winds up with a shot. And it just goes wide of the open corner. Pavak gets it back. Johansson for Sabra. Sabrin to Cicerelli, working the side of the net, gets it right back to Sabrin. Here's a drive. Oh, and it's squirted by the open corner behind Pete Peters. Flyers find an opening, fire it down the ice into the Washington zone. Teams now playing 4 on 4. Caps power play is over. The Flyers will play an extra man for the next 2:44 as Christner's back on the ice. He slashes at Hatchett but misses. Hatchett dumps it in. The Caps now a man short will be for the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Raven crosses the line. Looks for Ricci. Tied up. Waller works Murphy to the corner. Caps clear the zone. Ridley breaking. Just missed with the pass. Peters for Waddle. Waits to the line. From center finds Craven. In across the line to Ricci. Ricci stood up by Waller. Puck squirts free, and Ridley through an opening. Rifles it down the ice on the backhand into the Flyer end. Here's Murphy. To his own line. East to center. Throws it on the wing for Murray. Murray stood up by Sabrin. Here comes John Bruce. He's turned around. And Koharski whistles play down. Holding the call. So that'll nullify the extra man for the Flyers. And the teams will now play 4 on 4.
And John Drews getting a good jump over the blue line. He breaks away, but Martin Hosbeck on for the power play for the Flyers. Has to pull him down from behind, gets his arm around him, and pulls him down.
8:26. Time of the penalty. Martin Hosbeck for holding.
And Coach Holmgren won't be happy with that type of penalty. The Flyers trying to mount some sort of comeback by trying to get a few goals in this 5-minute major penalty. And Hostak, with 3 men back taking that holding penalty, I'm sure Coach Holmgren's going to have a few words for him when he gets out of the penalty box.
Here's Waller feeding it ahead for Kristich. Kristich tied up by Lacombe with one hand. Throws it out in front, comes to Iafrate at the point. For Waller, top of the circle, the drive. Peters makes the save and smothers the rebound. Here's the total penalty minute count to this point of the game. For the Capitals, 78. For the Philadelphia Flyers, 63. Easily the most penalties in a game between these two teams this season. 32-19, the shots on goal in Washington's favor, and on the scoreboard, it's 5-1.
Last game, the Caps only allowing 23 shots against the Stanley Cup champion Edmonton Oilers, so they're really doing a good job shutting down the chances they're giving the opposition.
Sutter throwing it ahead here for Barron at center. Barron crosses the Washington line. Takes the hit there from Hatchett behind the net. Iafrate first back to the Capitals. Pavaka there to control. Gives to Iafrate. Feeds to Kevin Hatchett. Hatchett to his own line. Hatchett from center. Walks across the line. Lets the drive go. Save made by Peter. Sutter. To Barron. Deep pass for Ricci at center. Ricci crosses the line on the backhand. Looks for Sutter. He has it in the corner. Hunter being chased by Hatcher, pinning him out along the boards. Iafrate tips to the open corner, then goes right back after him. Here's Iafrate. To his own line to center. Iafrate to Ridley, who's off the bench, just missed with that pass. Peters out of the net. Gives to Barron. Ridley there to intercept, tying him up. Barron with one hand, got Ridley tied up. Ridley, though, comes up with the puck. Here's Ridley. Some good work. Ridley to Cicerelli. Fenves tries to hammer him. Cicerelli sidesteps the check. Peters works it along the boards. Looking for Craven, but it's cut off by Johansson. But tipped by Craven down to the Washington end. Flyers change on the go. This is Sabrin in front of his own net. Works it off the boards. Fight to Kartner. He crosses the line. Kartner drives it. Johansson able to stop it. But the bouncing puck, the Flyers get a shot by Craven and held on by Beaupre. Good work. 9:50 left to go. And it's the Capitals back on the power play now for the next 26 seconds.
Dale Hunter having a few words with the bench of the Flyers. Paul Harmon talking to him. He's motioning to him when he was in the penalty box. I'm sure he's going to have a few words for him when Dale Hunter's on the bench.
Well, Dale Hunter's face doesn't look like he's missed getting a high stick along the way, or perhaps an elbow. Had a large weld after the Edmonton game, right? The bridge of his nose.